Rangers have had to suffer the disappointment of seeing Celtic win the Scottish Premiership once again, but they'll hope to secure a third straight win over their rivals in the last Old Firm of the season. We can head up to Rangers training ground and join Luke Shanley.
Yeah, we're looking forward to this one on Sunday. It's the fifth and final meeting between the two teams, and Barry Ferguson, the Rangers head coach, is here. Barry, you won the last one and Rangers won the other one in 2025 as well. What is it about this fixture that gets the best out of your team recently?
It's something I've been asking myself over the last number of weeks, but look, as you said, look, it's been two really good performances, but they're in the past now. We have to forget about them. It's how we approach the game. And Sunday, we know Celtic will be hurting, there's no doubt, because of the results previous. So we have got to understand that and be aware of that. And certainly that's been the chats we've had this week with a group of players. So, yeah, we're prepared as we can be, and we're looking forward to the game.
Those games were in the past, but you have to look at what you did well and make sure you do the same again. Yeah,
of course, you can take quite a lot of the positives out of the game, but also within that there was some stuff we could do better. So that's why we sit down with the analysts and we go through certain things that we hopefully can improve on. So we've had a good week this week, as I said. After the disappointing performance we had last week against St Mirren, the boys have responded in the manner that I would have wanted. So we're clear in how we're going to approach it, and these are the games. As a footballer, and certainly as a manager, you can't wait to be involved in.
You've said before that this is an easy one to get up for, but is it a case of they still have to go and prove it?
Yeah, listen, it's again, it's against your fiercest rivals. These are the ones that you don't need too much motivation. I don't need to maybe say as much as I normally would. So, yeah, these are games that, for me, you want to be involved in. You're coming up against the champions who have been really dominant domestically, so we need to make sure that we're ready and we're prepared. And as I said, we're prepared as best as we can. So we're looking forward to the game on Sunday.
Yeah, you mentioned Celtic being the champions. So much talk, sometimes maybe overanalysed, about guards of honour. Can you just confirm whether Rangers will give a guard of honour or not?
Look, it's never happened in the past, and there's been this huge clamour about it. If I put myself in the shoes if I'm champion, it wouldn't really bother me. And I think if you ask any of the Celtic players, I don't think it would bother them either. So it's always been that way. Let's just continue that way. But one thing I will do is I will shake Brendan's hand and say well done for being so dominant. There's no doubt that's been the case this year, and that's got to hurt. I mean, it certainly hurts me and the staff, and it's got to hurt the players as well, and we've spoke about that. So we've got obviously a good opportunity on Sunday to hopefully put a good performance in and get 3 points and try and finish the game strongly. I said last week I wanted 15 points out of 15. We fell at the first hurdle, which really frustrated me and angered me. But I let it die down a wee bit. We had a good chat with the boys this week, and now we've set new targets, and again we'll just look forward to the game.
How much do you have to be stronger at the back?
Yeah, but that's something that we do going forward. It's something that's been the Achilles heel, but I just don't see it as that it's a back three or a back four. It's got to be stronger, or a back five, whatever you play. It's got to be throughout the team. We've got to be stronger defensively, and that's something that we identified early when we've come in, and we've tried to work really hard at it, and the guys understand that, and it's something that going forward we certainly need to improve.
Barry, thank you very much for your time. Yes, this game is live on Sky Sports Football. Make sure you join us on Sunday.
Thanks, Luke. Now, Brendan Rodgers, meanwhile, has been enjoying the celebrations following the confirmation of Celtic's fourth straight Scottish Premiership title. Gordon Duncan has been with the Celtic manager this afternoon.
Yes, the fourth and final Premiership instalment of this rivalry this weekend. There's always plenty to discuss when these teams meet, so let's get the thoughts of Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers. Brendan, how do you feel about this one specifically, where you lost the previous two, but ultimately you got your main aims in winning the title? So what's the feeling going into this one?
Well, the feeling is like in any Celtic Rangers game, no matter what you've done in the past. You always want to win these games. So yeah, listen, we've proved our point over the course of the season, you know, in terms of winning the title, how we've played, the goals scored, the goal difference, our progress in Europe. But still, for me, these are games where it's about pride now, and the pride of us as a team, and obviously hugely, which the pride of the supporters, which is what these two clubs are all about.
Is that key to maintaining standards here, where even though you've won the title and you might even go on and win a treble, you still use that even if it is an extra couple of % motivation from having wrongs that you want to right this time?
Yeah, I think that if I look over the course of the game, like the last two games, like you say, we deserved to lose at Ibrox the last time we were there. The last game at Celtic Park, we didn't make a good start at all. Rangers did. They were 2-0 up. We were really good in the second half, and then arguably could have won the game, but we lost it. So and that's all what would have mattered to the supporters. So I feel it's a game. No matter what we've done, these are big games. I know this as the manager here, how important they are and what it means to so many people around the world. So we want to go and play to our very, very best. I think what subconsciously, I think what has hindered us in these games, that we have been really comfortable in the league, and it shouldn't. But when we've had a win or bust game in the League Cup final, we've won that. So, but we've arrived into these games with a bit of comfort in the league, and I think subconsciously maybe it seeps in, but certainly it can't seep into this one because it's the last Celtic Rangers game of the season, and we want to carry that through with us into next season.
One of the only downsides of a really positive weekend last weekend was Jota, of course, and his injury. What's the timeline? How's he looking?
Yeah, it's not great news for him and for us, really. It didn't look as bad, but when he had the scan on his knee, it looks like he'll probably be out for 6 to 9 months. So he's done his cruciate and a little bit of other damage in there. So he's quite upbeat, he's quite philosophical about it. He's had a challenging couple of years, really, after his move away from here to Saudi, but this will give him a chance to come back even stronger and grow, and then we'll see where he's at when he gets back.
Yeah, obviously a blow for him first and foremost, and for you, I suppose the cruel thing about football is it doesn't stand still, and does that maybe change your thoughts on the squad you thought you had going into next season?
Yeah, well, we will definitely have to go into the market, there's no doubt, but that was always going to be the case anyway. You're always looking to improve your front line, your possibilities to score goals, but there's no doubt this news really shines a light on to that area of the field for us.
Nicholas Kuhn, Dyson Maeda, Alistair Johnson missed training. Will they make the game at the weekend?
Alistair won't. We've been sort of managing him through. We've known that he's needed an injection in his hip to take away some pain that he's had there from his last international break. Really, we've been managing it for a while. So the minute the league was won, we've obviously had that done in London at the beginning of this week, and that then gives him, he'll probably miss the Rangers game. Well, he will do, miss the Rangers game and the Hibs game, and then we'll see where he's after that. And this was to give him every chance to have a couple of weeks run into the cup final.
Confident of the other two being okay?
Yes, yeah, Dyson should be fine, and Nicholas Kuhn, yeah, he's had a little bit of a niggle with his knee, but we're hopeful that he'll be okay and come through training tomorrow. You've
been here long enough to know that we have debates about pretty much everything and anything, and Guards of Honour is one that comes up at this time of the season. Do you have any strong thoughts either way? Not strong thoughts either way. It's one where the first thing I would say, it's not a rule. You don't need to have it. I suppose I always look at the traditions of the game and these Isles, where it was always about that humility for the teams that have lost out on the league, that they give that guard of honour for the team that have won it. But I also respect up here. It's the rivalry between Celtic and Rangers is a very emotional rivalry, and if you're the team that's coming up short, then that can be a challenge for your supporters. And if Celtic have been winning in the area that we have done, then of course it makes it even harder. So listen, I
I don't lose sleep over it. I won't worry about it. But I always think it's we're losing lots of little traditions around and the game, I would say, in Britain, and this is one that one of the things that you can hopefully control and still retain. But listen, like I said, there's no rule to it, so it'll always be the other club's choice.
Thank you very much to Brendan Rodgers then. It is almost the fourth and final league meeting of the season. Another day for Brendan Rodgers to add some finishing touches, and then on to Ibrox on Sunday. And of course, you can see it all live on Sky Sports.